What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a figure that I have been waiting on for quite some time. It is the brand new SH Figuarts Kaiju number 8 action figure, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I absolutely love this anime. I'm completely caught up with not only the anime but also the manga. I'm gonna try not to have any spoilers in here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any, but that is not going to help with the fanboying because I absolutely love this character. Now anyway, let's go ahead and get started taking a look at that sexy ass packaging. Now, as you can see, it is a bit taller than the average SH Figuarts packaging, but that is because of the fact that he's actually a much bigger character than the typical shonen protagonist. And one thing I gotta say from the jump, I really love this box, man. Baby blue is one of my favorite colors, and honestly, black on top of that just complements the color that much more. I love these little splashes of white we got here, some grays, all kinds of effects going on here. As you can see, we got the window where you can see the figure looking absolutely beautiful. We've got an image of him right there on the packaging. It says Kaiju number 8, the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker, Tamashii Nation's Bandai, all kinds of stuff going on here. Just a whole lot of writing. Nothing much at the top. Image of him at the bottom right there. Image of him in a pose right here where he is throwing a fist. If you know this scene, then you know. On the side, we've got him kind of yelling right here. This is when he gets serious. And then, of course, on the back, we've got plenty of poses we can get the figure into, as well as the accessories. He doesn't come with a whole lot, but this is going to be a DLC figure, which I'm absolutely fine with. It's Tamashii Nation's way of enticing you to buy the other characters, and all of the other characters are really dope. So I'm already sold anyway, but yeah, for everyone else who just wants this guy, I'm sorry, you're probably going to have to buy the others to get the most out of this figure here when it comes to playability. Now, anyway, let's go ahead and bust it out of the packaging and take a look at it. Now, right out of the packaging, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I absolutely love this figure, and I told you guys, it's probably going to be the case. It's SH Figuarts, which is my favorite action figure brand. We've got this brand new character from Kaiju number 8, which is an anime that just debuted. And then on top of that, he is a monster-esque type character sporting my favorite color combination. Well, actually, my favorite color combination is red and black and white, but hey, I also love me some baby blue, man. And this figure just looks so good, man. I don't know, man. It just gives me the vibes of a character who's like charged up with plasma or something like that. Like he's really getting ready to pump up. I don't know what it is, man. I just really love this character. Like I do. I love this anime. I love all of these characters. And I'm just so happy to have this. Like literally, I only have one issue with this guy so far. And that's something that I'll mention a little bit later. It is a very, very minor nitpick, and it's something I think you guys will probably agree with, but it's nothing too crazy. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this guy so we can examine some of the details. Now, taking a closer look at our boy Kafka here, as you guys can see, this figure is loaded with tons of sculpt work and detail. This is Tamashii Nations at their peak, and one good thing that helps this figure is that they really didn't have to add a whole lot of shading to it, which granted, they don't really do the most shading anyway, but I feel like certain esque type of characters have to have that little bit of extra to really make the figures pop. Again, in this case, that doesn't really matter. As you guys can see, the eyes are painted on very nicely. The sculpt work for the teeth, the mask and everything looks really good. He's got the spikes going all the way down the back, which also look very, very well. They break up the lack of color that he has because the figure is mostly grays and blacks, and then just a hint of, well, not necessarily a hint, but not a whole lot of baby blue. It just kind of surrounds his core, and then you have some streaks on the arms outlining the muscle definition for the most part. And I guess maybe you can say his bones, even though this figure is, well, I mean, he kind of does look like somewhat of an exoskeleton, which it's cool to me, man. I really dig this. As you can see all the sculpt work on the chest, the arms. This guy looks so good, man. They really put a lot of work into the sculpted detail. The neck is a little bit bigger than I want it to be, and that is because the head is just a tad too small, man. I wish the head was a little bit bigger because this guy's got some pretty elongated proportions, and honestly, if you look at actual human body proportions, the head just does not match the proportions of the body. Now, granted, this is anime, so I mean, that kind of gets thrown out the window, but I do think this figure would have looked a little bit better if the head was bigger. I saw 86 said the same thing in his review, and I absolutely agreed. But moving on to the rest of the body, as you can see, he's got all kinds of scales and just so much sculpt work going on here. And a lot of the figure is more of a grayish color, and then some of the paintwork behind the grays is more on the black side. But anyway, all the way down to the feet, he just looks really freaking clean, man. Like, I'm so pleased with this. I can't even get my words out. I am truly enjoying the look of this figure. But anyway, let's go ahead and put him back so we can see how tall he stands. Now, I've said this already, but he does stand taller than your average SH Figuarts. As you guys can see, to the top of his head, he's actually a little bit over 7 inches. He's right at about 7¼ which makes sense. He is a very tall character when he's in this form. And of course, we'll do some size comparisons later to see how he stacks up with other action figures from SH Figuarts and even a few more lines. Moving on to the articulation, he doesn't really look up much at all, and of course that just has a lot to do with the sculpt work for this guy. All the scales and everything are completely going to prevent him from looking up. But one thing I do like that they did is all of these neck pieces right here are separate parts. I believe there's actually 3 in there, and it might be on a hinge. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, it helps with him looking down very well. So he can definitely look down, and that kind of makes up for him not being able to look up. But what I do wish that they did, it would have required a bit more engineering, but it would have been effective, is made it to where you can take these 2 pieces off right here, and then that would help with him being able to look up. Again, a little bit more engineering, but it would have definitely helped a lot. He does get a little bit, actually, I'll take that back. He gets quite a bit of tilt and turn and rockers. So for the most part, you can move the head however you want as long as you're not trying to get him to look up, which kind of sucks, but he's really tall, so he's going to be looking down at most of his opponents anyway, unless he's fighting kaiju. Now, anyway, when it comes to the arms, they seem to go up and out about that much, not a whole lot, but of course if you rotate them around, that's what's going to help with those punching poses where he is swinging at opponents who are taller than him. He does have a butterfly joint that is actually very effective, so that's good. As you can see, that joint does kind of come out. It is a socket joint that pegs to the inside of the chest. So again, really freaking good. He has double jointed elbows, and you're going to get maximum mobility out of this guy, man, when it comes to posing him around. So that's really good. The hands are on a ball peg. Very little hindrance at all. You're going to get, again, maximum range out of those, so that's good. The diaphragm is a bit weird, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on in here myself. I believe it's a double ball peg, but either way, you can get him to crunch forward, no problem. I wish he could get a little bit more range than that, but it's still not too bad. And then you get a ton of rocker out of there. Now, it does kind of look like the joints, not necessarily the joints, but certain parts of the armor is kind of pointing forward, and it's going to warp that way the more you have him crunched up like this. So if you don't want that to happen, don't leave him in poses for too long. Again, he does turn side to side and all that really good. He does have a built-in thigh swivel, kicks forward about that much, which is great. Kicks all the way back, also great. He can only do the splits about that much because of the engineering, which that makes sense. I'm fine with that. Double jointed knees, super duper effective. Foot goes down about that much, up about that much. Very, very good ankle rocker. Very, very, very good. And then he does have a toe hinge. So when it comes to articulating this guy, like, you can pretty much get him in whatever pose you want. Like if you want to get him in some guarding poses, it's going to happen, man. You're not going to have any problems with that. If you want to get him into some super punching poses, which I know they show this on the box, but I mean, here you go. Like you can really get this guy to throw down despite all of the crazy engineering that this figure has. And that makes me happy, man. I love it. Now, when it comes to the accessories for this figure, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You're going to have to bear with me here because these are going to be pretty difficult to explain if you haven't seen the series or read the manga. I'll go over the face expressions first. First off, he comes with kind of a neutral expression where it looks like he's grinning, but he's just pretty much got his mouth closed. And then he comes with a pair of fist hands. When it comes to alternate heads, he comes with this faceplate where he's kind of looking to the side. He has a bit of a menacing look to him also. Like you can tell this is him when he means business. Also, all of the faceplates actually peg on to the head joint or whatever it is, basically where the face is. And so I think that's a very good idea for this figure. You don't have to worry about them popping off or anything whenever you're articulating the head. So that's really dope. He does come with this comedic expression, which I absolutely love. This is classic Kafka. If you know the character, then you know this is just him, man. And I think I said his name right. I always get it wrong, but he's such a dope character. Anyway, he also comes with this expression where he is angry, and this means he's about to put the beats on you. As you can see, his entire eyes are lit up. And so, yeah, this is basically him in power mode. Now, he does come with only one extra set of hands. They're kind of like reaching, grabbing hands. And then as you can see, the back is painted on both. And so these are cool to have. Now, the other accessories, again, bear with me. Now, he comes with an interchangeable forearm. As you can see, it's kind of opened up a bit. Like you can see these like tendrils almost coming out. Like you can see his skin is kind of mutating. Basically, this means he's adding power to his technique. Like he is really amped up when you see these changes happen. Again, it's something, if you watch the anime or you read the manga, you'll know. Now, he does come with another one, and this one is going to be hard to explain also. This is an interchangeable leg. So this actually took place in, if I remember correctly, episode 2. So he basically enhances the back, I think, left leg, and he latches into the ground using these. He comes with 3 of these, and you just kind of peg them in here wherever they go. Let's see if I can get these on. I don't really want to do this on camera, but basically these peg into these little spots here, and I'm only going to put in one. All right, so this one's going to go right here. These peg into here, and then they stick into the ground, and it pretty much holds him grounded while he gets ready to charge up his punch. And so, yeah. But that's pretty much all you get with the accessories. Again, he does come with 3 of these little spike thingies that peg into the back of his leg. And that's all you get with him. I really wish we would have gotten impact effect, but there's nothing you can do about that. And in case you guys want to see what he looks like with the effects on, here you guys go. I have both of them pegged on to the right, simply because I couldn't take anything off of the left. I don't know. I just couldn't get them to pop off. Maybe they're meant to go on the right side for both. But there he is. And again, looking really freaking dope, man. I really hope that we get some more morphing pieces for him, because he gets really crazy later on in the series. But again, so far, I'm really, really digging this. Moving on to size comparisons, it's only right that I pair him up next to some more shonen protagonists. First off, we have him standing next to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super CGI Son Goku, and it is Goku Day, so I had to put him in here. We also have him standing next to the SH Figuarts One Piece Monkey D. Luffy, and then we have the GOAT himself, the SH Figuarts Naruto Shippuden Naruto Uzumaki. No, it's not an animated heroes review if there's not at least a little bit of JJK greatness sprinkled into it. Here we have him standing next to the SH Figuarts Yuji Itadori, the Figma or Good Smile Company Jujutsu Kaisen Toge Inumaki, which I just reviewed. Go check that out if you haven't already. And last but not least, we have him standing next to the SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen Zero Satoru freaking Gojo. Last but not least, for some random extras, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Star Wars Darth Maul. I don't know which version this is, but it is the newest release of him that comes with the soft goods jacket and then some kind of, I don't know, robotic, I don't know what it is, but it comes with something else. And then he comes with the double dual lightsaber effect as well. Anyway, we also have him sitting next to the Reveltech My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia Whole Might. And then we have him standing next to the Marvel Legends 2-pack Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Now, all in all, when it comes to my final thoughts on this figure, I'm going to be honest, I'm sticking to my guns. This is an absolutely fun figure. It's nothing super amazing, but I feel like if they continue to do the Build-A-Figure route with this guy, then we're just going to get loads and loads of accessories for this figure right here, and eventually it's just going to become even more fun than it already is. He poses very well. He looks nice in any kind of pose that you can get him in, and the playability and fun factor is all there. Now, when it comes to this line and its future, I'm glad that we already got 2 other characters announced and already put up for pre-order. I've already pre-ordered both of them, and I hope that they continue to make more characters. I do see at least 2 or 3 more of these figures coming, hopefully. I would also love for them to make some of the kaiju characters, who I'm not going to mention. Obviously, they're not going to be any of the bigger kaiju. We're not going to get those. The little random monsters that they fight on the street, Tamashii Nations is not going to make those. But if you're caught up to the most recent episode, you'll see that there is a character who we could potentially get in kaiju form, and I'd be okay with adding that to my collection. But I just want to see where this line goes, man. At this point, you never know with Tamashii Nations. I'm curious to see where the other lines that I've been waiting for more action figures are going to go, if they're going to go anywhere at all. But yeah, as of right now, we've got Kaiju number 8. Really dope anime. I recommend this to everyone. The ending theme song is just so amazing. If you haven't heard it, just go look up Kaiju number 8 ending theme song. It's so good, man. And for whatever reason, it makes me love the anime even more. But anyway, all of that is outside of this figure. If this is one you're looking to get your hands on, I don't think he's very hard to get as of right now. It doesn't seem like it's very well sought after. But if this anime takes off like I'm expecting it to, it probably will be in the future. So get your hands on this guy. I don't think he's very expensive. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember what I paid. But either way, just at least experience it. If you don't like it, you can always sell it. Anyway, that is my review. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep on my activity outside of YouTube. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.